Lesson 3.7, Writing Linear Equations. We've already written an equation of a line given a picture of the graph, but now we need to write the equation of the line given different information. So here's how we'll write the equation if we're given the slope and a point on the line. And there are two methods for this. The first one is to use the slope-intercept form. And I have two examples. In the first example, we'll write the equation of a line through the point 3, -5 with a slope of -2. So slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where b is the intercept, I should say the y-intercept, and m is the slope. So if we look here, we have a point xy, and we have our slope m, and what we're missing is b. So what we do is we plug in x and y and m, and then we find b. So our formula again is y equals mx plus b, y is -5, m is -2, x is 3, and we don't know b. So I get -5 is equal to -6 plus b. I'll add 6 to both sides, and I get that b is 1. Now that I have b, we need to plug in our slope and our y-intercept to get our equation. So we have y is equal to -2x plus 1. And this is the equation of the line that has a slope of -2, and it will pass through point 3, -5. Here we have another example. I have x and y and m. So I'll plug those in. Y is 4, m is 2/3, x is -2, and I don't know b. Now, when we have a fraction times a whole number, if the whole number will divide by the denominator, we'll do that first, but in this case that won't happen. So I'll put this over 1, and I get that 4 is equal to -4/3 plus b. Now I need to solve for b, so I want to add 4/3 to both sides. Well, I can't really add a 4 to 4/3 without converting this to a fraction first. So what I'll do is I'll take this 4, and my denominator needs to be 3, so I'll multiply it by 3. 4 times 3 is 12. So 4 is the same thing as 12/3. So I'll have 12/3 plus 4/3, so I get 16/3 is equal to b. And that's fine, I can leave that as a fraction form, and I get that y is equal to 2/3 x plus 16/3. Now our next method we can use is to use what's called the point-slope form, and I went over that very briefly in another lesson where I get y is equal to m times y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Now in this format, x1, y1 is a point on the line, and m is the slope. Now we have the same two examples, but we're going to do this with a different format. So what I do is I call this point x1, y1, and my slope is m. So I get y minus y1. Let me fix that. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So I have y minus -5 is equal to -2 times x minus 3. Whenever I have that double negative, it's a positive, so I get y plus 5 is equal to -2 times x minus 3, and I can leave that in point-slope form. However, if I wanted to convert it, I could distribute that -2, subtract 5 from both sides, and I will get that y is equal to -2x plus 1. So either of these answers is correct. They're just a different format for giving me the same It's the same line, it's just a different way of looking at the line. And if we go back to our previous example, we can see we got the same exact answer. Okay, writing the equation here, I have x1, y1, and m. So again, y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. And this is one of those times that it's nice to leave things in point slope form. I have y minus 4 is equal to 2/3 times x minus -2. That becomes a positive. So I have y minus 4 is equal to 2/3 times x plus 2. And this example, this answer is perfectly acceptable. I can transfer it if I want. I'll distribute the 2/3, so I get 2/3 x plus 4/3. I have to add 4 to both sides. And as we had before, 4 is equal to 12/3, so I get 2/3 x plus 16/3. So either example or either answer is valid. In this format, we don't have to worry about dealing with anything to do with the fractions. We can just simply leave it as a 2/3. So that makes that nice. Sometimes we're given 2 points on the line instead of the slope, like this. So the first thing we need to do is find the slope. And then we pick one point to find the equation. Okay, so our slope formula was y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if I call this x1, y1, x2, y2. So I have 7 minus -5 over 1 minus 3. That gives me 12 over -2, which gives me a slope of -6. Once I have my slope, I can then pick either point. It doesn't matter which, I will get the same answer. So I'm going to go ahead and pick 1 and 7, and I can plug that into my slope-intercept form. So I get 7 is equal to -6 times 1 plus b. So 7 is equal to -6 plus b. I'll add 6 to both sides, and I get 13 as b. And so my equation is y is equal to -6x plus 13. Now just to show we'd get the same answer, if I plugged in -5 and 3, I have -6 times 3 plus b. So -5 is equal to -18 plus b. I add 18 to both sides, and I still get that b is 13. So you can see that it doesn't matter which point we choose. Here for our second example, I'll find my slope again. I call this x1, y1, x2, y2. I have -1 minus 0 over 2 minus -3. So that's going to give me -1 over, that's 2 plus 3, so -1/5. And I can choose either point. I'm going to choose this first one. So I get 0 is equal to -1/5 times -3 plus b. 0 is equal to 3/5 plus b. I subtract 3/5 from both sides, and this is why I chose the point with the 0. And b is equal to -3/5. So I get y is equal to -1/5 x minus 3/5. And I would have gotten the same answer had I used the other point. I just would have had some more work to do with the fractions. Using the point slope form, same steps. We're going to have to find the slope first, and then pick a point and plug in. Now with this one, depending on which point we pick, it will look different because we're using point slope form. but they'll be equivalent. So no matter which point you pick, it will be your right answer. So first we'll find our slope. So I'll have 7 minus negative 5 over 1 minus 3, and that gave me 12 divided by negative 2, so negative 6. We already had that. And using this point as x1, y1, I get y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So I have y minus negative 5 is equal to negative 6 times, oh darn, sometimes my pen just does that, I'm not really sure why. So x minus 3, so y plus 5 is equal to negative 6 times x minus 3. And again, we could go further with this, and we could turn it into slope-intercept form, or we can leave the answer just in this format. Now, if we chose the other point, it would look different. It would look like this, but it would be an equivalent equation that is perfectly acceptable. If I were to convert both of these to slope-intercept form, I would get the same answer. So again, we're going to find our slope first. And I get negative 1 minus 0 over 2 minus negative 3. So that's negative 1 over 5. And so I get y minus 0 is equal to negative 1/5 times x minus negative 3. So y is equal to negative 1/5 x plus 3. And we can leave it right in that format. And that is how we find the equation of the lines.